are back live. This is your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour, brought to you by George Rogie Insurance. www.bolopunchboxinghour.com. Streaming to you live, as always, on Ustream.tv. I've got Timmy, the producer, Patterson, over there at the controls. Luckily for you guys at home, he is out of camera's view, but you are going to hear his voice here in a second. Also, I've got Emil Soto Popinski Kegabine right here on my right, probably on the left side of your screen.
All depends on which side of the equator you're on.
Yes, because
if you're south of the equator,
the water also twirls the other way down the toilet.
Yes.
Which is where this show is headed.
very, very quickly.
I like this coffee I'm drinking.
Yeah, that is. Hey, we always give props to the beers that we're enjoying. This is Three Floyd's Moloko Milk Stout, and it is damn fine.
Yeah.
It's damn fine. So, the IBF has decided that they are going to endorse, not just talk about it, not just say, yeah, it's a good idea. They're going to start employing instant replay in their fights. We talked about this about a year ago, whether this would be a good idea for the sport. There are fights that would have gone the other way. There are fights that would have been done correctly. There are fights that if instant replay had been used, maybe the wrong guy would have won.
Well, we actually were talking about one of their other rules that WBC has is the open scoring. And in the junior witter, I can't remember the guy that won that fight. I don't have a list in front of me. But the junior witter quit in the 8th round.
Yeah.
And it was a WBC, I believe, eliminator, or maybe it was even a title fight.
But it was a WBO fight.
But they quit in the 8th round. If open scoring was in that fight, I mean, it's very obvious that the 8th round, that's why he did quit. And I believe it was WBC, but I'm not positive.
I don't know for sure. But what I do know
Suleiman likes to make rules.
Well, yeah, but this is IBF that is doing this. This is not Suleiman. Suleiman likes the open scoring, but the reason you brought that up is open scoring with instant replay on the same night could be like a big atom bomb. That could really backfire. But back to the point I was making, if you have instant replay in professional boxing, what you're saying is that one referee is not enough. We have for a century relied upon the good graces and the professionalism and the two eyes and the brain of usually one man, and it's the referee. Judges cannot influence what the referee sees. The commissioner cannot really influence what a referee sees. A referee can only go off what he sees. A fighter can hold a guy by the head, hit him in the crotch repeatedly, and if he does it on the other side, which Julio Cesar Chavez was good at doing, which countless other fighters, Roberto Duran was good at doing, getting on the wrong side, which would be the right side. Bernard Hopkins likes doing this too. Getting on the side of the referee so the ref can't see.
Galata
likes to do that too. Who we bumped into Galata actually a couple weeks ago in Chicago. That was interesting.
They know where the ref is, and they know how to hide their...
They know how to hide what they're doing.
It's just like, a basketball or football player, they know how to hide from the ref.
Sure.
You know?
Well, my point is the ref has always been the trusted person in the ring. Now what we're saying is, if the ref doesn't get something right, you can
already do this with an appeal process, which
I never see work. I've never seen it happen. This is coming
off the heels of Campbell. Campbell is appealing this fight. It's going to be ruled on the 24th. And, he did have everybody's seen that it was an accidental headbutt. And the ref even seen it, which is what I don't understand. The ref pointed to the corner and said headbutt.
He didn't say accidental headbutt, but he did say that the blood was good.
No, but he pointed. Well, if you watch the fight, he pointed to the corner, then he pointed to his head, and then after the round, he said, "I seen a punch before the blood came." Why did you point to the official and then point to your head? I know what you told him.
He said headbutt, but then he said yes, but the blood didn't start coming out until the punch landed. It's all garbage. It's all garbage.
Right. Exactly.
But we're talking about something that's
get back on top.
That has nothing to do with this because instant replay would not have helped that because the ref saw the whole thing. I'm talking about instances where a ref doesn't see something.
Well, Here's what
Timmy, what do you got there?
instant replay needs to be this. It needs to be kept to only in between rounds. You know, not every fight's going to have it, just because of money wise.
This is all old argument because we've gone through this. But go ahead.
Right. If you can keep it in between rounds, and I don't care what they're seeing in that round, but if they can get it right, and you can prove it on video, and you can get it right at the time, fix it
within 60 seconds.
Yes.
No,
fix
it's
it.
an impossibility.
No, you could fix it.
Oh, come on. You've lost it.
Well, he
also
might
use it in cases of like the Campbell fight where it was a clear headbutt. Not only was there
which is
video
then
proof,
which
there was
is
also
then,
photography proof.
yes, yes, I know that. But it doesn't matter because the ref already saw that it was a headbutt. He even said it was a headbutt and pointed, like you said. I'm talking about times when the referee doesn't see it. You're changing the fight completely if you extend it further than 60 seconds between rounds. Now, if you get a fan man flying into the ring, then yes, you extend that so you can get the idiot who's getting his butt kicked in the fourth row, get him out of here. There are reasons to extend a round. The space between rounds. Also, I mean, it wasn't extended. It was just time was taken because Zab Judah hit Floyd Mayweather low, so then everyone wanted to jump in the ring. Okay.
I believe it was last week on Friday Night Fights they had to stop the heavyweight fight because the ring broke. There were two heavyweights, giant heavyweights.
Was that at the end?
No, it was first round. The corner.
I mean,
broke.
at the end of the broadcast.
No,
because after the Angulo fight, I didn't watch.
No, it was right at the very beginning of the broadcast. The 4-round heavyweight fight. They actually brought stools in for the two guys to sit on.
You sure it was this week and not the week before? Because I just watched this week's. And
it might have been the week before.
Yeah, there was no heavyweight fight.
It was definitely the two heavyweight. There were two heavyweight fighters. So,
okay.
And they were so big. I mean, Teddy Atlas was actually commenting on how big they were. You know, they were. I mean, they weren't even fat. They were just huge guys. You know, probably close to 300 pounds apiece, and they were tall. You know, and just broke the ropes from leaning on them, you know.
Okay, well, again, that has nothing to do with instant
But that
replay
is
either.
why that thing that would make the...
okay, yes, okay. We're talking about everything there is except the instant replay itself. Would it help or would it hurt the sport? I'm still of the thought process that this would hurt it, even though I get the fact that the reason they want to do it is to help.
Well, if you can keep it from messing up the sport as far as messing up the timing, Chris, it can only help. If you could definitely, without a doubt, you know, the NFL has two challenges, and if you win both of them, you get a third one now. And that's the only time they can go to instant replay other than the last 2 minutes of a fight.
Yeah, but you're evoking a sport that will take 2 hours to look something over.
Right.
We have 60 seconds to deal with
right.
this.
But if you can get that done within a decent time, you know, if you can get 60 seconds and then maybe the next round or however quick you can fix it, but if you can fix it before the actual thing is over, the quicker you can get it fixed, the better it is. If a guy,
I'll give you that.
If a guy is losing a fight because he slipped and they're calling it a knockdown because the ref was out of position and it was a clear 100% he slipped and you can prove that on video or something, and he lost, you know, a point for it, and you can fix that, you know, that could change the whole outcome of a fight because now he may have to get aggressive.
From the scoring.
Yes, because he may have to go get aggressive now because he's down or whatever the case may be.
Refs call slips, knockdowns, and knockdown slips all the time when they're looking right at it. So you have to not only have instant replay, you have to have the ref stop what he's doing, go look at a little screen, put that little, you know, shower curtain over his head, let him look at it, and he has to decide. Because the second you have other people, a third or fourth or fifth party, deciding that what the ref said is wrong, all hell will break loose. You've got to convince the ref. That's the point I'm making. The ref has to decide, oh, well, I think I got that wrong. Now I've looked at the tape, and I think that's wrong. That should not have been a knockdown. Now the judges need to get their scorecards back because it took them 3 rounds to look at that. They're not going to find that out right away. That's 1 minute. Ref can't even get out of the damn ring and get over to the corner in a minute. It's going to take forever.
And there's other stuff that the ref needs to do. I mean,
there are other things. He's got to tell this guy to quit hitting low. He's got to tell this guy, you know what? You spit your mouthpiece out again. I'm gonna get you out of this fight. There are things ref has to do between rounds anyway.
We got to take a break.
And we'll be right back.